Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Um, uh, Quick shout out to all the kids graduating. My kid's going to be out of school here. Last day of school is tomorrow. We got graduations and all that stuff going on. So, salute to the kiddos matriculating on to the next phase of their education, or, if you're graduating from high school, your life. All right, so what is this video about? All right, well, so these are the SX500s. They were ready for the customer to come and pick up. I had this second one built, charged it up fully. I took it out for a ride, and man, look what happened. Let me show you. Chain snap. Okay, so let's talk about why that happened. And the customer agrees with me. So these chains were pretty corroded. If you guys recall the first video I did on these, I literally showed you guys how corroded the chains were. Now, what I did was I cleaned them up. And I think I did a pretty damn good job doing it, right? However, the realities of corrosion, right? This is what you got right here. So you're talking about on a fresh battery pack, fully charged. You know what I mean? The motor's pretty juiced up. Bike was moving around here, and I hit the throttle and just snap right there. So this is just one of those cautionary tales. If you've got, let's see, like any of the bikes that use a chain, right? So 350, the 500, 650s. I'm trying to think what else uses a chain. Maybe even like I don't know if the E300s, if they're still making the Razor E300s, if those still use a chain. But if so, this is something to look out for, man, in terms of like corrosion. If you leave something sitting and then you change the battery on it, because then this becomes the stress point right here, right? And that's what happened. So let's get on to the next part. So let the customer know. I said, hey, I just went and tested out the other bike real quick, man, and snapped the chain. He goes, was it because of corrosion? And I was like, yeah, I think so. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and get some chains ordered for you. The first thing I did was I ordered a replacement chain off of Amazon. This is really what this video is about. So I ordered a replacement chain off of Amazon, and I want to show you guys something. So it was listed as SX500, MX650. They use the same size chain. As you can see, MX500, MX650, SX500, and they have something called an Indian or something like that. All right, so that one size chain goes to all those vehicles. This, however, was listed as SX650. I'm sorry, SX500, MX500, 650, etc., etc. But what you're going to see here is that this chain is actually, wait, let me get them both straight. Okay. As you can see, this chain's a little short. So we're over at equal length over on this side, but you come over here, you see that? We have a little discrepancy here. So, cautionary tale. So, and I've kind of promoted this actually. So this is kind of one of those instances where it didn't work out. But in a quick fix, I went onto Amazon to order an SX500 chain. And what I actually think this is an MX350. I think that's what this chain actually is. It's a 350 chain with a key, right? And then it also comes with a key, right? So what is the next part to this whole thing that I'm talking about here? Well, I'm going to show you the difference between when you order a third-party chain versus getting a replacement from Razor. And I'll get to that in a second, because it just took this one a little bit longer than expected to get here, but it got here. But you see that? There is no key, right? So when you get one of these right here for the MX500, MX650, SX500, or Indian, okay, there is no, it doesn't come like this right here. right? It's already a link. So what you got to do, rear wheel has to come off. So I'm gonna get to the last part of this video. What we got to do to get this on here. All right, so rear wheel has to come off. Okay, just slide that out. Okay, we're gonna take that rear wheel out. And then the tensioner, right? So there is a screw. Let's see if I can get over here to show you. Maybe we can see it from this side over here. Let's see. Okay, you see that screw? Wait a minute. Wait, right there, right there. I'm sorry, that nut right there. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. Okay, we're gonna take that out after we take the tire out. So we could pull the tensioner roller, this little piece right there. So we could pull that tensioner roller out because the chain has to slide in between here. So the bottom side of the chain, right? This, so if we're looking at the chain like this, and this is the pinion, and this is the rear sprocket. Okay, this part of the chain has to run through here on the tensioner. So you're gonna pull this out, run the chain through here after you put it around the pinion, and then you put the other side of the chain around this sprocket here, and then everything has to come back up and get bolted back in. And that is how you put the chain in. I wish I could actually, today's not one of those days where I can kind of just do it or whatever, like on video, but I'm trying to just walk you through what you got to do and what to look for, right? So that was a goof on my part, right? That chain is not the right size, and this is the proper chain. And again, make sure we get this on video so you guys know. That is the chain that you need right there. Okay, that is the model number and all that good stuff right there. Boom. All right, so any questions about that? I will make another video after I finish this up, but hopefully I pretty much explained it to you. The rear wheel has to come off. Okay, this has to come off. Then you got to take the roller out. Okay, loop the chain through this top part underneath here. After you take the roller out, the bottom part of the chain goes in here. Then the end part of the chain goes onto the pinion, and then you mount the other end of the chain around the rear sprocket, and then repeat process, and we're good to go. All right, any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll do another video when this is all done. Peace.